Hello and welcome back to the Leeds United FM20 save. Hope you're all doing well today. Looking forward to the Europa League quarter-final against Stade Rennes. I must say, I think we should be winning this and going through to our second semi-final in 2 years. And hopefully this season actually reach the final as well. We've also got Tottenham Hotspur in the middle of those two games as well. So quite a big episode coming up. Since you guys were last here, we've played one game and unfortunately it was pretty miserable. A 0-0 draw with Norwich. Tomiyasu got injured, as did Bergwijn. So they are both missing for this game coming up. So really, it wasn't great. I guess what we can be pleased with is our defensive display. Only let Norwich have 2 shots in the entire game, but we didn't score. I think, where is he? Not Brewster. Barisic, he scored a goal which was offside, but other than that, there were no real highlights, so nothing really to report from in between episodes. Still second in the table, but as you can see, we are slipping further and further away from Liverpool, so they pretty much are going to be guaranteed champions for a 6th season in a row. We are a point ahead of Manchester United, but we do have a game in hand. Win that, we're 4 points clear of them, so hopefully we can hold to second, but second or third, I don't mind. It's a top 4 finish. So heading into the game against Stade Rennes, this is the lineup for us. We've got Van Voort in goal with a backline of 8 Nuri, Varnia, Gomez and Odriozola. Thomas, Phillips and Valenzuela make up that midfield trio. None of those guys have been injured, but of course we've got to have Onino and Nassi play on the wings due to injuries to various different people. Bergwijn is injured, Holozek's injured, Renier's just come back from an injury, isn't quite fit enough to play yet, so these two guys are getting some game time on the wings today. And then of course Bartol is leading the line, and we need to talk about him. So as kickoff is upon us, Bartol Barisic is the top scorer at the club this season with 13 goals, as Nassi gets his 3rd goal of the season. A great start to the game. I think Bartol's goals, he's got 8 in the league or 7 in the league, and then 6 or 7 or so in not in the league basically. So 13 goals overall this season, and if he's the top scorer in this team that is currently second in the Premier League on 13, obviously we don't really have a goal scorer in this squad. If we're going to be second in the table, you'd expect to see someone with at least 20 plus goals by this stage of the season, but it's not quite happened yet as Stade Rennes get a goal back. A couple of people in the comment section on yesterday's episode did say it might be time to bring in another striker, someone who's a bit more of a star to sort of replace Bartol and things like that. And I think I agree with you. I don't think we sell Bartol Barisic. I think we keep him because he is proven to be a very good striker, but maybe not a striker for a team with Champions League ambitions. But saying that, he does score plenty of goals, just not quite as many as we want him to. He's only 21 years old, remember, as well, so still very, very young and can improve a bit more and will get better as the seasons go on. But I do agree with you. We need probably a world-class striker sort of coming in and doing things for us. So I think that would be our main priority for next transfer window. But I'm a little bit scared that we're not going to have a huge transfer budget. Obviously, we've got I want to say 60 million or so, as Nassi's shot saved by the keeper there is a good save from Karius. I want to say we've got 60 or so million pounds to spend, and I'm scared that if we don't spend that before the summer transfer window comes around, we'll get our new budget, and our new budget for the whole of next season might be like 70 or 80 million pounds, as opposed to that 60 we've got right now and then another 60 on top of it or something like that. So I want to try and maybe spend that money before the end of the season. Of course, if we want to do that, we've got to put some bids in pretty quickly. And I've got an idea of who I want to bring in after this game is finished. In the meantime, the second half is underway and we get a good challenge in there on Stade Rennes coming forward. There's quite a few familiar names in this Stade Rennes team, actually. I feel like they've got Valenti, who used to play for us. They've got Aaron Wan-Bissaka playing for them as well. So they've got a pretty decent team on their hands. No wonder they've got to this stage of the competition. But we are looking to come forward now as Onino gets the ball, and it's nearly a fantastic goal from me. Just puts it over the bar. So they've got Karius in goal, they've got Wan-Bissaka, they've got Valenti, who used to play for us, they've got Rafinha, they've got Niang. They've got a decent team, to be fair, this Stade Rennes side, and they're on the attack right now through their striker, who gets it out to Rafinha, who we just spoke about, and he comes forward, and Van Voort is forced to make a really, really good save there. I guess what we are 5-6 seasons into the future, Stade Rennes are a very good team in this version of the universe. They are very, very good, and no wonder that they are at this stage of the competition. But remember, we are playing away from home first. We are bossing the possession. We are doing slightly better in the match stats as well. And of course, we've got a crucial away goal. So I do feel confident about going into the second leg and winning there. With 15 minutes or so to go, though, I do want to try and give Renier a little bit of a run out to see if he can just stretch his legs a little bit to see what he can do. Because I don't want to bring him back too quickly, but ideally we want him playing against Tottenham in the next game to try and secure the win there. As Stade Rennes come forward, Rafinha has been really good all game. His shot saved by Van Voort, though. It's time to take Onino off for Renier. Let's also bring Brewster on as well, and we'll make those 2 changes. We've got 10 minutes to try and grab a goal at the end of the game. Obviously, if we don't, it's not too much of an issue because we've got this away goal right now. We're going to play at home, and we are a lot more better at home as well. But as the clock ticks down, the substitutes can't quite make the impact we may have wanted them to, but 1-1's not a bad result. Tottenham beating Wolfsburg, as you can see, Lazio thrashing Galatasaray, and Fiorentina getting the lead over Valencia. So speaking of strikers that we kind of want to sign, Baby. We mentioned him a few episodes ago. What a fantastic name. A fantastic player who's just won European Golden Boy of the season. He's got 20 flair, which you just love to see. Very good physicals. Finishing's a little low at 13, but I think we can maybe deal with that considering that he has scored quite a lot of goals for Atletico Madrid. The only issue is the transfer fee. Now, they want a £144 million minimum fee release clause. We've got more money than I thought we had. We've got £78 million basically to spend. I don't think we're going to get into anything less than 144 million. If we suggest terms, they want 112. We could work with this. We could work with this, if I'm honest with you. Can we get down to 70 million? They want 88. Oh, I think we could maybe do this. 77 and 30%. 81. 78. 78 million. Let's try that. They want 80. Look at, okay, we can adjust the budget slightly. We'll accept £80 million and we'll see how much they want for him. And when I say how much they want for him, I mean how much he wants from us. And it's quite a lot, £125,000 to £175,000 to be recognised as a star player. He wants a big wage rise. Let's just get rid of that. I'm happy to have him as a stepping stone because we might not be here for long enough for him to have a stepping stone. But we'll finalise those promises. Now, Orta wants to give him 96,000. I'm going to say 115. Okay. No, he wants 125 min. He said 125. Let's say that. He's got to have this minimum fee release clause, so that's put in by his agent. Okay, that's fine. Suggest those terms. He wants 140. £8 million signing on fee. Let's take it down to 7. Agent fee of just 1 million. Unused substitute fee, get rid of that. But everything else looks okay. Am I doing something stupid here? I could be. But he does look good. Like, he is head and shoulders better than Bartol Barisic. Bartol, because he's slightly older, is a little bit better mentally. And of course, he's slightly taller and a little bit heavier, so he's better in the air as well. But everywhere else, he either matches or exceeds quite a bit. So we might be paying quite a lot of money for him. But that could be a good deal. And I also think it's better to try and do this deal now in April, because if we wait till the summer transfer window, I think other clubs will try and bid for him and things like that, and we don't want to see that happen. And it also means we can spend this season's money now rather than putting it into next season and then not having next season's money to spend, basically. Wow, that was quick. That was quick. Okay. Well, we've just signed Baby. If we press accept on this, we're getting him. Am I happy with that? I think I am. I think I'm very happy with that. That was much quicker than I thought it was going to be. So we'll accept that. Welcome to the club, Baby. In the meantime, the team lineup. Well, Valenzuela's got to come off because he's tired. Let's try and bring Carlos Elneny on for him. Let's give Renia a start instead of Onino. Tomiyasu still injured. Where is Bergwijn? He's actually back, but I don't want to risk him, so let's leave Nassi on for this game and swap him out for the next game instead. Other than that, I think we'll leave the team as it is. So, kick-off upon us here today at home against Tottenham. As you can see, Ryan Sessegnon playing left wing for Tottenham. We tried to spend a lot of money on him in January, and in January we tried to spend a lot of money on him, and we couldn't get him. He didn't want to leave the club, saying that Tottenham never accepted the bid, even up to £130 million. We just couldn't get Ryan Sessegnon, despite us really, really wanting him. So hopefully we thrash Tottenham today, and obviously knock them further down the table so they don't get in the top 7, don't get European football next season, and then we can try and pressurise him to come to join a Champions League club. That would be my ideal situation out of all of this, as Calvin Phillips' shot just goes wide. Free kick for Spurs, though, as the ball into the area is cleared. And are we going to get on the end of this? No, because Bartol decided not to run anywhere near it. Thank you very much, mate. Grimaldo on the ball for Spurs. Tackled by Phillips, and Nuri can collect the loose ball. He plays it into Varnia, up to Nassi. Nassi back to Thomas, into Phillips. Phillips now across to Rennes. This is good build-up play as Rennes gets it back into Phillips. Obviously, Spurs have got a lot of men behind the ball right now, which isn't great for us trying to go forward. But we do get the ball to Odriozola, who can put the ball in the middle. Bartol heads it down. 14th of the season for him. And that was a fantastically well-worked goal. It started right up with Calvin Phillips winning the ball in our own third. Obviously, it then got cleared by Aït-Nouri. We passed it up the pitch very nicely. And Barisic winning the header beautifully, beating. Is that Sessegnon in the air? Who's that? Oh, it's on Ndombele, not Sessegnon. But either way, a good header, a good goal. I won't lie. This Tottenham team doesn't really fill me with much inspiration or confidence. If I was a Tottenham manager, that is. If we moved to Tottenham, I'd probably get rid of most of the players that are in my squad right there, because I just don't think there's a world-class player there. Onana, what's my name in goal, is probably the best player there, and even that you wouldn't say is, a world-class player or anything like that. Obviously, Umtiti's decent, but it's 6 years in the future now. He's old. He's 30. That's how old he is, actually. He's probably still pretty decent with Umtiti. But does it matter? No, because we are 1-0 up at the break, thank you to Bartol Barisic. Early in the second half, though, Ryan Sessegnon gets it into Ndombele as Tottenham look to try and grab an equaliser in this game, as their number 4 puts the ball into McNair into Troy Parrott, who heads that over the bar. Troy Parrott is another name that lots of people in Football Manager will be aware of. He's meant to be a very good striker in the future, but I don't think Tottenham have developed him that well in this version of the game, because he's just not a top striker from what I've seen of him, his goal-scoring abilities and his attributes and things like that. He's just not quite up there as he has been in other saves that we may have seen in the past, or you've seen in your own saves and things like that. But still a dangerous striker, although not quite getting on the end of that ball there for Tottenham, as we look to make the good interception from the clearance there as Odriozola into Thomas. Thomas coming forward, so much space, no one coming near him, into Bartol Barisic, Onana, what's my name, gets it saved. 20 minutes or so to go in this game. I think we might make a couple of changes in a second, like take Renier off just to make sure he's properly rested for the next game as he misses that shot there. I think we take him off for let's bring Brewster on this time. Let's give Brewster a run out on the right wing. Odriozola is tired, so we'll swap him with Joe Gomez and then bring Todibo on. And is Brewster going to have an instant impact on the game as he gets the ball into Carlos Elenia, who shoots? But again, we're not really testing Onana in goal there for Tottenham, as they have a chance. Or no, we have a chance. It's a throw in for us. Okay, Thomas on the ball into Carlos Elenia. Elenia, go on then, do something clever with it. It gets to the Phillips, which is kind of clever, and that wasn't a clever ball from Thomas. And it's Tottenham on the ball. Dele Alli gets to the cross to Sessegnon. Sessegnon back to Lo Celso. Lo Celso into Umtiti. Good passing from Tottenham. I can feel a goal coming, and I can feel Ryan Sessegnon's cross reaching someone in the middle. It met the head of Todibo, and we get it clear. And is the counter-attack right on now through Ryan Brewster. Brewster shoots and puts it just wide. Unlucky there. Hopefully that miss won't matter too much. We've got 10 minutes left on the clock. But I'm not feeling too confident as Varnier into Gomez. Gomez into Brewster. Brewster still can't score his goal in today's game. Hits the post that time. And now there's a corner to Tottenham. And here comes the goal. Good save from Van Voort. The highlight's actually continuing as well as he gets into Calvin Phillips, who's in so much space but doesn't do anything with it. Why he's standing? It's a good ball. That's why he's standing there. It was such a good ball to Bartol. We are bottling opportunities today. This is why we need Baby to join the club next season, and why we've got Baby joining the squad next season, because he will finish those opportunities. And if he doesn't, we would have wasted £80 million on a 19-year-old Brazilian regen from Athletico Madrid. Either way, though, a big win there in the Premier League. It moves us back ahead of Man United, so I guess they had a game played earlier on and went ahead of us in the table. We're now back ahead of them, which is great. And now all we have to do in today's episode is make sure we don't lose to Stade Rennes. As you can see, Valenzuela has been making some remarkable improvements during training sessions, which is great. But what I'm not a fan of is, I've just noticed this. This is a new thing on the con side, injury prone. Has he got a recurring injury? Because he's so good, Valenzuela. Really, really good. Like, obviously, we bought him from Chivas. Sent him back on loan there. Oh no, Cruz Azul we bought him from. Sent him to Chivas on loan. Brought him back. Wasn't quite sure if we were going to play him or not. So sent him on loan to Leicester when Leicester bid for him. Turned out he's playing excellently for Leicester. So we brought him back for the second half of the season, which is weird because those two should be swapped round, but they're not. Either way, came back did brilliantly and has been brilliant this season for us. Probably one of the best players in the squad. But does love an injury. Really does love an injury, which obviously isn't ideal. Medical reports, he has no reoccurring injuries, I don't think. I can't see anything here that says reoccurring injuries, but does love a good injury, apparently. Never long ones, apart from his twisted ankle he's out for 4 weeks with, but, you know, niggles all the time, as you can see. We will get him back in the starting lineup for this game to replace Alenia. We'll bring... Where is he? We'll get Bergwijn back in the starting 11 as well, alongside Rennes and Barisic. We'll get Kenneth Taylor back on the bench because he's back from injury as well. But again, other than that, we will leave the lineup as it is and submit team. So, here we go. Kickoff is upon us. Big game. And we need to make sure we don't lose. Or if we draw, we have to draw 0-0. Otherwise, away goals come into play. So really, just win the game, boys. Win the game, and that'll be absolutely perfect for us. As Bergwijn into Nuri into the middle. Barisic, Valenzuela, goal inside of 30 seconds. That's the start you love to see. 8th of the season for Valenzuela as well. He is really competing with the numbers that Carlos Alenia set from centre midfield last season. Really impressed with him. As I said, like, he's just a class player. So I think our standout defender is Joe Gomez. The standout midfielder is Valenzuela. And next season we'll have a standout striker in Baby. So we've got a good spine of the squad, I reckon. I'm happy to keep Bergwijn and Rennes. They've been very good as well. Thomas has been class. But like I said last episode, I feel like if he does go, it's not a huge loss because I think we can get an actual better footballer in than him. It's just that he plays very well in this system. Aitner been good. Obviously, Tomiyasu's been good as well. I'm not quite sure where else we need to buy for next season, if I'm honest with you. Let me know in the comment section what you do with this team. I might not agree with you at all. I might completely disagree with you, but let me know what you would do, and I'll factor that into the transfer specials coming up. Chance for us to build out from the back as Varney gets it back to Van der Voort. Thomas looks like he's picked up a knock, so we might have to take him off the pitch in a second. I don't want to risk him because we've already got too many injuries on our hands as it is already, so I don't want to have any more as Rennes finds a way into the area, but it's a good save from Karius. We'll keep monitoring Thomas. His condition is improving, but now it's going down again. So I think we take him off at half-time for Kenneth Taylor. Just before that, there is a highlight which we do win possession of as Rennes gets into Thomas out wide to Odriozola. Odriozola into the area. Can he put it across the 6-yard box? He does. Barisic is there. 15 for the season for him now. And to be fair, he could easily get to 20 goals, but... I'd want... The thing with... I don't quite know if I'm pleased with Barisic or not. There's part of me that is like, yes, terrific striker. There's other parts of me that is like, absolute donkey. But, I mean, he got 18 last season, 15 so far this season. He could easily surpass that 18 that he set last season. So, maybe I'm just being harsh on him. But maybe I'm being harsh on him because everyone else is not scoring goals. I should be more harsh on everyone else. He's the one that's been, if you look at the actual numbers, I guess, doing it like he was last season. No one else has been. But he just left it very late because he wasn't doing it for a long time. Oh, Bartol, what to do with you? Well, not much, actually. You're going to be in the bench next season because Baby's coming in. Half-time, though, as promised, Thomas will come off for Kenneth Taylor. Assistant manager, do the team talk, and that is that. Doesn't look like we're going to be needing extra time in today's Europa League fixtures, which is quite nice. We can do it all in 90 minutes, which is great. But Stade Rennes are on the ball right now, looking to come forward. Can we get the challenge in there, lads? Come on. Wan-Bissaka on the ball for Stade Rennes. He looks to get past his man, and he does. Cross into the middle is very good. Okay, why did I say we're going to get here without extra time? In fact, we can't have extra time, can we? Because we drew 1-1. If we draw this game 2-2 now, they go through and away goals. We can't even have extra time. Keep calm, boys. We've got 10 minutes to go. Let's not do anything silly out there. Let's just drop to balanced. Let's say get creative. That's the wrong thing to say when you want to go defensive, isn't it? But it doesn't matter. Because the clock's ticked down, we've won the leg 2-1, won the tie 3-2. We're into the semi-finals again, which is terrific. And I can't remember who we're playing. I believe it's Lazio. We've won the quarterfinals, 1.2. Yeah, it is Lazio. Okay. Interesting. I don't think Lazio are as good as Borussia Dortmund, who we faced last season, but they did score 7 goals past Galatasaray, and that's obviously, you know, a pretty impressive thing to do, whatever team it is in the quarterfinals of European competition. So we should be a little wary. Obviously, that will come up next episode. We'll do Lazio Newcastle Lazio, so look forward to that one tomorrow. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching today. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and of course, if you have done, drop a like on the video for me, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and I will see you next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.